The proposed safe space for the homeless in Greenpoint, Cape Town is open for public viewing until May 8. The proposed 300-bed safe area is located under the bridge over Ebenezer Road. This will be in addition to the 2 safe space facilities located in Culemborg in Cape Town city centre, offering a total of 480 refuge beds. Mayor Geordin Hill-Lewis said he plans to spend RL77M this year on the city's Safe Space program and RL230M over the next 3 years. Many organizations working with homeless people have welcomed the council's move, but say more shelters or safe spaces need to be created within communities, not just in the city centre. The proposed safe area for the homeless in Greenpoint, Cape Town is now open to the public. While the project has been widely welcomed by Cape Town Council, concerns remain that available space shelters in city will not be sufficient to cope with influx of people in need of shelter this winter. In a recent statement on the Winter Readiness Programme, the city stated that it currently operates 2 safe space facilities in downtown Culemborg, offering a total of 480 lodging beds. The proposed new 300-bed safe space is located under the bridge over Ebenezer Road in Greenpoint. Public comment for the new facility is open until May 8. Mayor Geordin Hill-Lewis said during a site visit to Culemborg Safe Space last month that he plans to spend $77 million this year on the city's Safe Space program, and $230 million over next 3 years. Help the homeless people in the city. The Western Cape Department of Social Development has also allocated ₹33 million from its budget to dedicate it to shelters. Stephen Underwood of the U-Turn Homeless Service Centre welcomed the city's expansion of its Safe Space program. The system desperately needs more shelter. We're looking over 14,000 people living on the street, and at best we're probably looking 3,500 beds. There is nowhere close enough to house everyone. Underwood believes there should be more space to accommodate homeless, not just in the city centre but in other parts of city as well. We advocate smaller areas in more places. People living on the street have their own support networks in any community and want to live there. We think it will be a more effective system. While the change in policy was welcomed, Underwood said, there is a punitive angle the city has taken. We saw that in the eviction application they received a few months ago, earlier this year. The move to get evacuation orders for several downtown estates has been criticized by housing activists. Daniellé Louw, attorney for Ndifuna Ukwazi at the time, said currently, demand for shelter far exceeds supply. While we welcome the city and state to invest in more safe spaces, it is unclear where people are expected to stay. Also, people living on the streets without a zoning plan will re-enter over time. The probability of returning to the street is also very high. The city's Department of Social Development and Early Childhood Development also benefited from our 800,000 worth of services for this winter through the Winter Readiness Programme. Shelters that provide bedding for adult couples, women and the queer community can also apply this year. Patricia Van der Ross, member of Mayco Community Services and Health, said historically, our winterization program has focused on shelters that work with people living on the street. This year, we invite non-profits that serve other groups to apply for grants, provided they meet all criteria. Leanne Porter, Managing Director of New Hope SA in Muizenberg, also welcomed the council's plans, adding that more shelters are needed in her area. We strongly support more safe spaces. But needs to be more in the southern suburbs because there is a large homeless community and are not enough beds in our area. He said people who come to their shelters are offered job readiness skills training and participation in addiction recovery programs. Shaddie Valayadum, CEO of Haven Night Shelter, said that simply giving the homeless a bed and food is not enough to help them deal with other issues that may be adding to their predicament. Valayadum worked with homeless people in Simonstown for more than 20 years before joining Haven Night Shelter earlier this year. We are not exclusive to certain groups. Our main goal is to reintegrate people into their communities, reunite them with their families, and give them coping skills when they reintegrate. Winter Preparation Program will be implemented from May 5th to October 31st, 2023. Organizations that meet the criteria and wish to apply for assistance have until Friday, April 14th, to apply.